Craft. That's right, David. I am so excited for this segment because we're here with Karol Swan, a CommonGround volunteer from York. You're going to show us how to decorate for spring. We were just chatting. You take down those Christmas decorations and things just kind of look bare around the home.
They do. And then, like I said, I tried some artificial flowers, and in my yard it's pretty wild and pretty brown, and those look very strange. So I went in my basement and in my barn. When you live on have had family on our farms for almost 100 years, you still have stuff.
Yeah.
So what I did, this is an old water bucket, and I went out and I just clipped off my spirea bushes, and I had an old pair of jeans and some ribbon. I'm always looking for cheap ribbon, no matter where you're at. If it's cheap, I pick it up.
Ribbon's the best thing, yeah. When you find it on sale, just buy a bunch of it because you know you're going to use it.
That's right. So I trimmed spirea bushes, and I just had this little ribbon here. I just clipped it and tied it on there. And I'll set that on a step, and then I had some, I don't know, where I accumulated little birds. I glued that in there.
And you even put some detailing on the ribbon in the front, threw some beads on there too.
Yeah, I use pull ties to make ribbons instead, because by the time you tie them in your ribbon, you have this big knot, so I just use pull ties. And they come in all kinds of colors. I just happen to have brown. So, and then I painted a coffee can. This is just some old leftover house paint that I had, but they have a wonderful, those texturized paints. And then again, my inexpensive ribbon.
Yes.
And I just put some, what I used, styrofoam is kind of expensive. So if you have, save your packing styrofoam, like from a TV or some kind of appliances, and I just put them in a can, and then you could just paint this can anything, absolutely anything. Because like I said, it's kind of temporary, so it doesn't matter if it weathers. And then I put some of this grass inside to hide that, and you kind of want to use, I use this to poke, otherwise those sticks kind of don't go in. And then I use little beads. I had some old beads, and my daughter had a can full of beads. And then I had some little birds. And then that's an old crock I had in the barn, and also in it is, if you want to lift that up a little bit, there's a tomato can. That's just a tomato juice can that I painted. A small little can. I just used the tomato juice can and painted that. And I'll put them out. I had an old chair that I painted brown, so I'll probably put it on this chair or set it on my step, and like I said, my yard's kind of a wild yard, so it'll fit right in.
Yes, fits right in. This one reminds me so much of Easter, and you can really tailor them. Even if you're not going to put them out for spring, you could tailor them for different times of year and use them all year round.
Absolutely, yes. You can do anything. You could even expand if you had plastic eggs and decorate the plastic eggs and hang them if you want to take the time and hang them from that. Really, you're kind of limited. I'm kind of limited by my own lack of imagination sometimes.
No.
And but it's kind of fun. Like this bucket's been, I don't know how, it's been in my barn forever. And so it's actually a primitive from my barn.
Yes.
So people can buy primitives and do this. I know there's all kinds of places.
You know, David's a very talented garage sale shopper, and so he was admiring, saying, hey, I could pick up some of that at a garage sale. So some great finds. Thanks so much, Karol. And speaking of David, we'll send it back to you.